Grace was beautiful like the sunset and smart like a fox. She had been married to Luke for 11 years. Luke was a good man, calm like a river, and they both promised each other till death do us part. But one day, a smooth-talking man named Jeremy, with a laugh like a cracking whip and clothes sharper than a razor, came to their market. He sold fancy phone chargers that never worked, but his words worked too well. Grace started coming home late. She said she was at women's meeting, but her new perfume smelled like trouble and lies. She stopped making Luke's favorite pepper soup. A shiny wedding ring. She stopped wearing it, saying it's too tight. But her finger wasn't fat. It was a heart that had grown too big for her promises. In just 1 month, 30 days short, she did a terrible thing. She broke 11 years of trust. She started whispering on the phone, hiding in the toilet like a cockroach. One afternoon, Luke saw her in Jeremy's flashy car, laughing with her head thrown back. But the worst part, he found his wedding ring, his own ring, in her purse, not on her finger, but loose at the bottom next to Jeremy's business card. Different thoughts came to his mind. Was she going to sell it? Was she going to give it back? The answer was more painful than stepping on a Lego brick with bare feet. She had sold her ring and gave the money to Jeremy, that was then used to buy a lottery ticket. She had used the symbol of their 11 years together to scratch off silver dust, hoping for money from luck, not from love. She had defied their vow, making it a tool for her secret game. He stood holding his ring, the scratch marks sustained after it was used to scratch the tickets. He heard her feet at the door, her keys jingling. She was humming a song he always heard her play on her phone. His hand closed around the ring. He dropped it back into her purse just as the door opened. She walked in, smiling like a battery-powered torch. "You're home early," she said, looking at her bag on the table, then at him. "Yes," he said. "I was thinking we should have pepper soup tonight for old time's sake." "Ah, the pepper seller did not come today. Maybe tomorrow." He knew she was lying because he had seen the pepper seller not quite long. He thought, so Grace now lies about peppers. It was like lying about the color of the sky. That night, he pretended to sleep. He heard her typing on her phone, the tap, tap, tap sounding like a woodpecker on a soft tree. He crept out of bed and tiptoed to where she had gone to stay in the sitting room. He saw her using the ring to scratch another ticket, her face full of greedy hope. Jeremy's cracked voice spoke on the line. "Scratch well, my fine girl. When we win, we'll fly from this place like birds. No more Luke and his simple life." Luke's heart broke. His own ring was helping his wife plan her escape with another man. It was like using a Bible to fan a fire for stealing. Suddenly, her eyes widened. She jumped up. Jeremy, we won! See! 5 million naira." She began to dance foolishly, holding the ticket tight. He stepped back into the shadows. His calm river was now boiling hot. He had a plan. He would use her own greed as a trap. The next morning, she was sweeter than honey. "My love, I will go to visit my auntie in the village today, just for 2 days." He nodded. "Safe journey, my wife. Give my greetings." As soon as she left, he moved fast. He knew her aunt lived in Port Harcourt. It was another lie. He picked up his phone and dialed his friend's number. "Inspector Benga." "Ga," he said, "I need your help with something, please." Inspector Benga was a man built like a wrestler, with a laugh that could shake a building. He loved two things, justice and pure water. He listened to Luke and said, "My friend, leave this matter for me. We will teach them a lesson that will be hotter than pepper soup." Meanwhile, the two fools were at a fancy restaurant in the next town, celebrating their win. Jeremy bought champagne that fizzed like soda. "First thing tomorrow, we will go to the lottery office in Lagos," he said, pouring the drink. "We will collect our money and vanish. Even America will hear our name." Back at home, Inspector Gbenga and Luke were walking. Gbenga knew a guy who knew a guy at the National Lottery. One phone call later, he confirmed, "Look, ticket number your wife has. It is a winning number, yes, but it's for last year's draw. It is an expired ticket." He almost felt sorry for her. She had broken their home for an expired dream, sold to her by a dubious man. Next morning, they boarded the bus, not knowing that there was a car following them from behind, with Luke and Inspector Benga in it. The ride was long, but finally they reached the big glass lottery office in Lagos. A lot of people were there with tickets. The both of them quickly hurried to the counter. They met a serious-looking woman who took the ticket, tapped the number, and gave them the shocking news. "This ticket, it is a winner, but it was the winner of the November draw. The prize was claimed 11 months ago." Grace froze. "What? What do you mean?" "It is just a piece of paper," the woman said. "Hamas!" someone shouted. "They want to cheat." Jeremy's face became panicked. "No, no, there is a mistake," he yelled, but security men were already moving towards them. Just then, Inspector Gbenga stepped forward. "Jeremy Smart, I have been looking for you for selling fake chargers and now fake lottery hopes." He turned to Grace. "And you, madam, you are not in trouble with the law, but you are in big trouble with your life." Grace saw Luke and wished the ground would open and swallow her. "For 11 years, I gave you my trust, and you sold it for a fake dream in 1 month," he said. "Look, she started, but tears choked her words. "You wanted something shiny and new," he said, "but you forgot that the true value of gold is not in its shine, but in the fire it takes to make it." He closed his hand around the ring, turned and walked away with the inspector. He did not look back. She stood there, her arms wanting to pull him back. She watched her 11 years walk out the door. She had lost everything for a chance at everything. She finally understood. A greedy heart cannot see the treasure it already holds until it is gone. I throw this question out. If Luke had confronted Grace the moment he felt suspicious, could their 11-year bond have been rescued? Or was that slight act of betrayal too much and an unforgivable act of no return? Another question. If she had won a real fortune with the tickets, would her betrayal have been less severe or more tragically successful? Does a good outcome change the nature of a broken promise? If you found this story interesting, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.